Carbohydrates are often painted as the enemy of weight loss, blamed for stubborn belly fat and expanding waistlines. But what if everything you thought about carbs was only half the story? Not all carbs are created equal, and some have the remarkable ability to actually turn your body into a fat-burning machine. In this video, you will discover the specific types of carbs that work with your metabolism instead of against it, the science behind how they feed your body and your gut in a way that promotes fat loss, and why including these carbs in your daily meals could change the way your body handles energy forever. We will explore the powerful effects of resistant starch, a type of carb that escapes digestion, travels to your gut, and sparks a series of reactions that not only keep you fuller for longer, but also enhance your body's ability to burn stored fat efficiently. You will learn about fiber-rich complex carbs that release energy slowly, prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar, and help reduce cravings, making it easier to control calorie intake without feeling deprived. We will also uncover the subtle ways timing and combination of these carbs with protein and movement can influence whether your body stores fat or uses it for energy, revealing insights that many people miss even when they are careful about their diet. Throughout this video, we will break down the myths that have surrounded carbohydrates for decades, showing how some of the so-called bad carbs can be transformed into allies for fat loss when chosen and consumed wisely. By the end of this video, you will understand the exact types of carbs that can accelerate fat burning, how to incorporate them into your meals without worry, and the simple strategies that make your body more efficient at using energy, turning what once seemed like a diet challenge into a powerful metabolic advantage. This is a chance to change your approach to eating, to see carbs not as the enemy, but as a tool to support your weight loss goals. You will hear surprising facts about common foods that contain these fat-burning carbs, learn why they have been overlooked in traditional diet advice, and discover how small changes in your daily habits can create a big impact over time. Whether you are trying to shed stubborn belly fat, gain more energy, or simply understand how your body processes food, the information in this video will give you practical, science-based strategies that work in real life. Stick with us until the end, because we will reveal key insights that most people never know about carbohydrates, and these tips could transform the way you eat and how your body responds to food. Welcome to our channel where we explore natural, effective strategies for health, weight management, and fat burning without relying on gimmicks. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest advice that can truly help you take control of your body and reach your goals faster. Your journey to understanding the hidden potential of carbs starts right here, and by the end of this video, you will have the knowledge and tools to make smarter choices that fuel your body, burn fat more efficiently, and create lasting results. Carbohydrates have been blamed for weight gain for decades, and most people automatically assume that eating anything with carbs will lead to extra fat around the belly and hips. The truth is far more complex, and understanding how carbs actually interact with your body can completely change the way you think about them. Carbs are not all the same, and while some types can lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar and increased fat storage, others work in the opposite way, helping your body use stored fat for energy and keeping your metabolism running efficiently. In this video, you will learn exactly which carbs can help turn your body into a fat-burning machine, which ones should be limited, and how the timing and combination of these foods with other nutrients can make a big difference in your energy levels, hunger, and fat storage. The human body relies on carbs as a primary source of fuel, and when consumed correctly, they provide energy for every cell, from the brain to the muscles, without triggering fat storage mechanisms. Eating the right carbs helps maintain stable blood sugar levels, which signals your body that it does not need to store extra fat, while unstable blood sugar caused by the wrong types of carbs sends signals to store energy as fat for later use. Understanding this process is essential because not all carbs are absorbed in the same way, and some have properties that prevent them from being fully digested in the small intestine. These partially digested carbs reach the large intestine, where they interact with gut bacteria in a beneficial way, producing compounds that can increase fat burning and reduce hunger naturally. Resistant starch is one of the most powerful of these carbs, a type of carbohydrate that resists digestion in the stomach and small intestine, and instead travels to the gut where it becomes fuel for beneficial bacteria. These bacteria ferment the resistant starch and produce short chain fatty acids, which help regulate hormones that influence fat storage and energy use. Including foods rich in resistant starch in your diet can have multiple benefits beyond just fat burning. Green bananas are one example, containing high levels of resistant starch before they ripen, which can help regulate blood sugar and prolong feelings of fullness. Cooked and cooled potatoes, which might seem counterintuitive, also develop resistant starch during the cooling process, making them a surprisingly powerful tool for fat loss when eaten in moderation. Oats and beans are other examples, providing not only resistant starch but also fiber, protein, and micronutrients that support overall metabolism and gut health. The combination of slow energy release, increased satiety, and beneficial bacterial activity makes resistant starch an exceptional ally for anyone looking to lose weight or manage their body composition. While resistant starch is one category, fiber-rich complex carbs are another group that deserves attention. These complex carbohydrates are composed of longer chains of sugar molecules, which take much longer for the body to break down and absorb compared to simple sugars. This slow digestion provides steady energy over a longer period, preventing the rapid blood sugar spikes that trigger insulin release and fat storage. Whole grains such as quinoa, brown rice, and barley are examples of complex carbs that deliver not only slow energy but also essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that contribute to digestive health and metabolic function. Fruits such as apples, pears, and berries are another source of complex carbs that contain naturally occurring fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, which together help modulate blood sugar and reduce cravings. Legumes, including lentils, chickpeas, and beans, combine complex carbohydrates with protein, creating a nutrient-dense option that keeps you full longer and prevents overeating at later meals. The benefits of these fiber-rich carbs go beyond simple calorie control. They influence the way your body perceives hunger and fullness, stabilize energy levels throughout the day, and improve the efficiency of fat metabolism. Understanding the differences between these carbs and the processed or refined options commonly consumed can dramatically alter the results you get from your diet. While processed carbohydrates like white bread, sugary cereals, and pastries are quickly digested and cause sharp increases in blood sugar, the carbs we are focusing on release energy slowly, reduce hunger, and support fat burning mechanisms naturally. Consuming these types of carbs in combination with a balanced intake of protein, healthy fats, and regular physical activity amplifies their effect, making your body more likely to utilize stored fat for energy instead of immediately converting food into additional fat deposits. The science behind this process lies in the way our body manages insulin and glucose. When you eat the wrong carbs, insulin levels rise sharply, signaling the body to store energy as fat. In contrast, resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs result in a gentler rise in blood sugar, causing only a mild insulin response. This creates an environment where the body can access stored fat more readily, converting it into energy while maintaining steady energy levels for daily activities. This metabolic advantage is subtle but significant, as it can determine whether your body constantly accumulates fat over time or efficiently uses it as a fuel source. Resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs also influence the gut microbiome in meaningful ways. The bacteria that feed on these carbs produce metabolites that not only regulate appetite hormones, but also influence digestion and even mood.
A healthy gut microbiome contributes to better nutrient absorption, more effective fat metabolism, and improved overall health, creating a positive cycle where the right food choices reinforce the body's natural fat-burning capabilities. Incorporating these carbs into your meals does not require drastic dietary changes. Small adjustments, such as swapping white rice for quinoa, adding lentils to soups and salads, including a serving of beans or enjoying cooked and cooled potatoes instead of fried options, can provide the resistant starch and fiber necessary to support fat burning. Pairing these foods with lean proteins like chicken, fish, or tofu, and including healthy fats from sources like avocado, nuts, or olive oil, further stabilizes blood sugar and enhances metabolic efficiency. Even simple strategies like starting the day with oats, berries, and a handful of nuts can kickstart the body's fat-burning mechanisms while providing long-lasting energy. These principles apply to every meal, and the key is consistency. By prioritizing the right types of carbs, your body can transition from storing fat to using it as a fuel source, helping you feel more energetic, satisfied, and in control of your weight. While the idea that carbs automatically lead to fat gain is deeply ingrained, the science shows a more nuanced picture. Carbs, when chosen wisely, can be some of the most powerful tools in your diet for supporting fat loss, stabilizing energy, and improving overall health. Resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs stand out because they offer multiple benefits at once.
Once they feed the gut, improve satiety, stabilize blood sugar, and enhance fat metabolism. Learning to recognize these carbs and incorporating them thoughtfully into your meals allows you to work with your body instead of against it. Everyday foods like green bananas, cooked and cooled potatoes, oats, beans, lentils, whole grains, apples, and berries become more than just sources of energy. They become allies in the process of fat burning and metabolic health. Understanding this approach also shifts the mindset from dieting and restriction to strategic nutrition, where the focus is on giving the body what it needs to function optimally. By emphasizing the right carbohydrates, the body can maintain energy levels throughout the day, reduce cravings, and create an environment where stored fat is accessible for use, all without drastic calorie cutting or extreme measures. The journey to harnessing the power of carbohydrates is about recognizing their role as fuel, understanding how they interact with hormones and metabolism, and making consistent choices that align with your body's natural processes. When resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs become staples in your diet, they create a foundation for sustainable fat loss, improved energy, and better overall health. Timing plays a surprisingly powerful role in how your body uses carbohydrates and burns fat, and understanding this principle can change the way you structure your meals and daily routines. Every bite of food you eat is turned into energy in your body, and carbohydrates are typically the first fuel your body uses because they are easier to break down into glucose, which the cells can burn immediately. After eating a carb-rich meal, your body naturally prioritizes the glucose from those foods, using it to fuel daily activities, from walking and working to thinking, and even simple bodily functions like breathing and circulating blood. Because carbs are the first energy source your body taps into. Any excess glucose not immediately needed for energy can be stored as fat, especially if your activity level is low. This is why timing matters. By pairing carbohydrate intake with movement or activity, you can create an environment where your body uses the carbs for energy while also tapping into stored fat for additional fuel. For example, eating a meal with complex carbohydrates followed by a walk, a workout, or even light activity helps your muscles use glucose efficiently, while your body can access fat stores to meet ongoing energy demands. This principle does not mean you need to exercise intensely every time you eat, but consistent incorporation of movement around meals allows your metabolism to operate in a way that prioritizes energy use over fat storage. A simple, effective rule to follow is to pair your carbohydrate intake with protein and physical activity whenever possible. Protein helps slow digestion and stabilizes blood sugar, which reduces the risk of insulin spikes that signal the body to store fat. When combined with activity, this approach helps your body use carbs efficiently and encourages fat oxidation in parallel. Timing carbohydrates with activity is especially effective when consuming resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs, as these types of carbohydrates release glucose slowly and maintain energy levels over a longer period. This ensures that you have steady energy to perform activity, avoid hunger-driven overeating, and support fat burning at the same time. Understanding the timing of carbohydrate consumption can also guide meal planning throughout the day. Starting with a breakfast that includes complex carbs and protein sets a foundation for stable energy levels and prevents mid-morning cravings that could lead to unhealthy snacking. Midday meals with similar combinations provide fuel for the body and maintain metabolic efficiency, especially when followed by natural movement like walking, stair climbing, or other forms of activity. Even simple adjustments like standing instead of sitting after meals, taking short walks, or performing light stretching can enhance the way your body handles glucose and supports fat burning. While timing is important, knowing which carbohydrates to avoid is equally critical. Simple, refined carbohydrates such as white bread, sugary snacks, and sodas do not contribute to fat burning and instead create rapid blood sugar spikes followed by crashes. These rapid spikes trigger insulin surges, signaling the body to store energy as fat rather than burn it. In addition to promoting fat storage, these foods can increase hunger soon after eating, leading to overeating and poor energy management throughout the day. Regular consumption of simple carbs can create a cycle where the body becomes more prone to storing fat and less efficient at accessing fat as a fuel source. Avoiding these foods and replacing them with nutrient-dense, fiber-rich options supports steady blood sugar, reduces cravings, and maintains metabolic health. Practical strategies for avoiding simple carbs include swapping white bread for whole grain alternatives, choosing fruit instead of sugary desserts, and drinking water or unsweetened beverages rather than soda. Even small, consistent changes over time produce noticeable effects on fat metabolism, energy levels, and overall health. The choices you make regarding carbohydrate timing and selection work together in powerful ways. By eating the right carbohydrates at the right time and combining them with protein and movement, your body becomes better at using energy efficiently and accessing stored fat for fuel. Resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs provide additional benefits by releasing glucose slowly, stabilizing blood sugar, improving satiety, and supporting gut health, all of which enhance fat-burning potential. As a result, your meals become tools for energy management and fat metabolism rather than triggers for fat storage. Over time, the combination of appropriate carbohydrate selection and mindful timing can lead to sustainable changes in body composition, reduced hunger, increased energy, and improved metabolic efficiency. This approach shifts the focus from restriction to strategy, giving the body what it needs to function optimally while supporting fat burning in a natural and sustainable way. Foods that contain resistant starch, like cooked and cooled potatoes, green bananas, oats, and beans, work best when consumed as part of balanced meals with protein and timed around activity. Fiber-rich complex carbohydrates, such as whole grains, fruits, and legumes, complement these foods by providing longer-lasting energy, stabilizing blood sugar, and reducing the likelihood of energy crashes that often lead to poor food choices. Combining these carbs with small bouts of activity ensures the body uses glucose first while fat stores are accessed simultaneously, optimizing both energy and fat metabolism. Avoiding refined carbs and sugary foods prevents the spikes and crashes that disrupt fat-burning processes and makes it easier to maintain a steady metabolic state.
Understanding the synergy between carbohydrate type, meal composition, and timing is essential because it transforms how your body handles energy from food, making it possible to eat satisfying meals while promoting fat burning naturally.
This knowledge empowers you to make informed choices, prioritize foods that support your metabolism, and structure your meals in ways that maximize fat oxidation. It also demonstrates that carbohydrates are not inherently bad, but instead, their effects depend on the type, quality, and timing of consumption. By following these principles, meals that once seemed risky for weight management become strategic tools that work with your body instead of against it. Incorporating resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs into breakfast, lunch, or dinner alongside protein and pairing them with activity allows your body to efficiently manage blood sugar, reduce fat storage, and improve satiety. Avoiding simple carbs while focusing on these nutrient-dense options promotes steady energy, better appetite control, and enhanced fat metabolism. Over time, this combination of smart carbohydrate choices and timing fosters a metabolic environment that supports sustainable fat loss, consistent energy, and improved overall health. Now that you know which carbs can actually help your body burn fat, it's time to put this into action. Start looking at the foods you eat and focus on including resistant starch and fiber-rich complex carbs in your meals. Notice how your energy changes, how full you feel, and how your body responds. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, share it with friends who want to learn the truth about carbs, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss tips that can transform your health and fat burning potential. We want to hear from you, so comment below and tell us which healthy carb you're going to add to your diet first. Your small choices today can make a big difference in your body tomorrow, and we're excited to help you every step of the way.